Welcome to PLUSone, the series where I look at the free monthly games on PlayStation Plus and tell you if they're worth the download. After all, the games may be free, but your time is valuable. Today I'm looking at the other PlayStation 3 game from March, Earth Defense Force 2025, and boy do I have some things to say. Released in 2013, Earth Defense Force is part of D3 Publishers' Simple series of low-cost, low-budget titles. The game's plot focuses around the Earth Defense Force, or EDF, an international military force tasked with saving the world from bugs. It's giant bugs. It's giant alien bugs. That's the entire plot. Just shoot some insects and move on to the next mission. Occasionally there are some great lines like this one.
Does this mean that the progress of the giant insects exceeds human wisdom? Progress faster than science is impossible.
All of which are delivered with just as much gusto as that one. Later on you fight alien drones too, so I'm assuming the enemy variety spices up a little bit. I wouldn't know for sure though because the game has 85 missions and I certainly did not play through all of them. There are somewhere around 700 weapons in the game too, split among 4 classes. They aim for quantity over quality here and seem to hope that the game would be replayable enough to make up for that, and it doesn't. Every mission plays mostly identical, at least for the first chunk of the game. There were no optional objectives in my time playing, just kill everything. No boss fights, not really any special enemies, just hundreds of insects, sometimes all at once. Since this is a PS3 game, that means that EDF has no frame rate. It's literally a PowerPoint at times. Also, there are some light destructible environments here and there, which drops the frame rate even more, and you can play the game split screen with a friend with no cutbacks to visual quality. I would not be surprised if this game at some point had a negative frame rate. I mean, in split screen, the game already slows down to a crawl. I am absolutely shocked that this game had split screen of any sort. I've legitimately, in my entire life, never seen a game that looks this bad and also runs this poorly. While we're on that subject, let's just talk about the presentation as a whole. This game looks horrendous. Like, remember how I said this was part of a large series of low-priced, low-budget titles? On the North American PSN store, this game is $50, so I'm not going to pull any punches here considering that they tried to sell this game to people as if it was a full-budget game. This game does not even look PS2 quality at times, I'm serious. And this game is very poorly optimized. These visuals require a 40-second load screen. That is longer than Sonic 06's load screens, and even Sonic 06 legitimately looks a decent chunk better than this. And here's where I'd usually talk about the soundtrack, but I can't hear it. The default sound mixing hides the music behind the dialogue, and nobody shuts up. This is the opening of the first mission, completely undoctored. The only music you'll be hearing in this game is screaming, repeated lines, gunfire, and several different soldiers chanting out of sync with one another. Honestly, I think I prefer it this way because this is part of what drove the game into so bad it's good territory for me. The delivery of almost every line is horrendous in a way that consistently made me laugh. At a certain point, I was just zoning out, ignoring the insects, and listening to the clusterfuck that was going on. What's a fine day? Welcome to PlusWater, the series where I look at the signs of free water in Earth Defense Force and tell you if it's worth the drink. After all, the drinks may be fluid, but your time is solid. Alright, let's talk about the gameplay. It's a third-person shooter, a really, really bad third-person shooter. Like I said earlier, there are 4 classes. There's a regular assault class, there are the wing divers who can fly around the map, there's a vehicle/air support class. I don't know why you'd need any support in this game. It's just shooting things. That class is kind of useless. And there's the Fencer, who's super powerful but super slow. You shoot enemies until they're dead and avoid their attacks, be it them pooping at you, getting caught in a spider web, or them grabbing you and throwing you around, or whatever else. Occasionally when you defeat an enemy, they'll drop these crates. Green crates are new weapons, red crates are armor, anything else is usually a health pickup. At the end of each level, you'll see how much armor you picked up, which is automatically added to your character at the start of the next level, which gives you more health to work with. And it'll also show you what kind of weapons you picked up. To encourage replayability, at higher difficulties you'll have a better chance of better weapons dropping. Between levels you can adjust your character's loadout and even make some light aesthetic changes. As I said earlier, the game has split screen, but it also has 4-player online co-op. It wouldn't really be super cooperative though, it's more just everybody shoots everything until everything stops moving. But, whatever, it's there. Now, despite all of what I said about the game not being fun, I almost feel like, at the price of free, it's a game you could justify playing just to laugh at. It's an incredibly shallow experience, so I wouldn't suggest you play it for long, but honestly, it's almost like a B movie in game form, except more like a D movie. If you're a completionist of any kind though, do not play this game. Even if you were playing split screen, you'd still need to play the game almost 10 times start to finish just to get that platinum trophy. More importantly, if you don't pick up the game before it comes off of PS Plus this month, do not pay money for this. If you really have to, at least just pick up the PS4 version, Earth Defense Force 4.1, because for some reason the enhanced port is $30 and the original is $50. It's almost like they can't even sell the game right. The game is good for a few laughs, nothing more. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button and share it with your friends, and if you want to find out if next month's free games are worth a spot on your system, be sure to subscribe.